episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Kristen.
Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at yet another Simpsons, this time for the live-action Scooby-Doo movie, the first one.
Yes.
I know, because I know they have that live-action Daphne Velma origin story for some reason.
Some strange reason.
We were dangerously close to doing a reaction to that.
But then we're like, nah.
Luckily, Christopher forgot. Or I forgot. No, I forgot to remind Christopher, and Christopher probably realized and went, no.
No, I kind of just went like, no, I don't want to do it.
Oh, okay, good. So, anyways, I have kind of fond memories of this movie, but it's not good. Looking back at it, it's not good.
Yeah, like, well, of course, when you're young and you first watch something like this, it's like, it's fun, you know, but then when you look back at it, a few years later, you're like, God, what was I thinking?
Okay, let me go off the positives.
Yes.
Matthew Lillard is the best part about this movie.
He was the best part of Shaggy.
He did a great Shaggy.
He was the best. He did the best Shaggy you're ever gonna get.
The effects are so dated looking back. Oh no, and Linda Carlina, the chick who played Velma.
Yeah, hit her.
Actually, the main core group, like Fred's a douche. Velma's so up in her own thing about everything. And it was fun. It even had Rowan Atkinson in it.
Yeah.
I think my only problem was the effects on, like, the Scooby-Doo himself. It's just like, it's not a good movie. But it has Isla Fisher playing a character named Mary Jane.
Yeah, get that, yeah. Yeah.
It's not a good movie. There are some small spotlights here and there, but it's not a good movie.
No, it's not. If you want to watch Scooby-Doo, just watch cartoons.
No, watch the original run of the show.
Original run, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's just dive right onto this and take a look at CinemaSins Everything Wrong with Scooby-Doo in 15 minutes or less. So, here we go.
Scooby-Doo! We hear the Scooby laugh, but there's no Scooby, which leads me to believe this was a haunting image for some younger children that assumed Scooby-Doo might be also AOL.
AOL, yeah.
Where are you? Great, I was just in the middle of writing a hilarious joke about this updated theme song being sung by what had to have been Smash Mouth, and Shaggy also using Shaggy the musician for your theme song? Isn't that a little expositional scary?
Now I really have a wedgie.
Pics or it didn't happen. Also, trust me folks, time to settle in for a long stretch of butt, fart, and poop jokes that would make the Garbage Pail Kids groan.
When the Luna Ghost rounds the corner with Daphne.
I assume the next thing Velma says here is something about how this curious accent never shows up again for the rest of the movie. Like there's a ghost right behind me, isn't there? I understand Shaggy and Scooby are scaredy cats, but they were literally supposed to confront the ghost as part of the f***ing plan Velma just referenced. Doesn't matter how dumb the plan actually is, they're willing f***ing participants. Scooby and Shaggy survived this. Does this barrel not have a lid on either end? Also, Matthew Lillard is 6'3", and would have nothing to hold on to in the barrel. So not only should his head be sticking out of the top, that barrel is defying gravity by being up that high. This is the most fun and the most dangerous toy factory in existence. Like, who keeps a f***ing skateboard right next to heavy machinery? Oh, you should have a field day in here. This entire movie could be one giant this works sin, so let's just go ahead and give it 5 extra sins here. And yes, this is supposed to be essentially a live-action cartoon, but it's supposed to take place in the real world, so the movie can't have its Scooby snacks and smoke them too. Let me get this straight. This highly mobile ghost character has at least 5 full seconds in this spot, and turns around twice to see and hear a screaming barrel of doom headed right for him. But does Jack do not know? Also, what was the ghost's plan? He's been menacing a couple of times, but otherwise he's just been flying around the factory with Daphne on his hip. The only
the whole
is if Mel Gibson, Frankie Muniz, and that dude you're getting a Dell guy were walking with Pam here.
How could you, Pamela? I am a lover boy of George Clooney in proportions.
This is a kid's movie, right? Because Old Man Smithers is Judge Frolloing up in this scene. For a group of people that dismiss the supernatural on a daily basis, they sure have no issue with a f***ing animal being...
Yeah, that's true.
I quit. I was gonna quit.
I quit. Whoa, movie. Not only did you blow your wad on that whole monster reveal story and Pamela Anderson, you're now throwing a protagonist argue for no reason before the climax of the movie cliche? Slow your roll, man. Wait, so where did the rest of the crew go? We're several years before Uber and Lyft, and I doubt there's a stream of cabs waiting around this factory district. Shaggy couldn't have offered them a ride?
Talk about toasted.
This is one of the many references to Scooby and Shaggy being high and having
pretty much.
So considering this fake out, I assume they've switched to edibles. Updating Fred's look to be more 2002 Freddie Prinze Jr. is definitely the funniest part. You really get the sense that Sarah Michelle Gellar just kept all the purple items from the wardrobe.
Yeah, it's
I'm a black belt now. I've transformed my body into a dangerous weapon.
Daphne the Vampire Slayer? Why does Scooby have to dress up incognito? Not only is he well known to the world, a la Ted, he's the one soul that the villain needs at the end of the movie. What happens if he gets discovered by the flight staff here? Nothing, that's what.
Would you mind me taking a seat there next to...
The fact that the filmmakers went out and got talented people like Isla Fisher and Matthew Lillard is...
Yeah, that's true.
But since they stuck them into thankless roles in a shitty Scooby-Doo movie, say that I shall.
I'm pretty sure Grandma wants to go back and visit with her old pal Velma.
What kind of freewheeling, seat-swinging airline is this? I know Montevarius owns the plane, but it's also supposed to be full, not subject to 2 seat changes in the last 3 minutes.
I'm Mary Jane.
And I want to smoke you. I mean lick you. I mean
sports.
Don't eat the kitty!
So, did he eat the kitty? Like, did the movie seriously just pan over to the start of the island without any resolution on the life of the cat, or the ruse that got Scooby on the plane? I mean, this is after 9/11.
I can be pretty spooky when called upon. Oh, I can go...
I guess it's in Rowan Atkinson's contract for every movie that he
Those moments to be moment.
Casual assault and battery in full view of public is super casual.
My name is Nuku Tauna.
And my heart tattoo was drawn by a drunken 14-year-old bassist from my favorite.
This is my evil best pal, Zappa. You may recognize him from Telemundo, the famous masked wrestler, Zappa.
So you might recognize him as the same person I introduced him as. If Velma has a raging mystery boner right now, why doesn't she ask these kids what they're clearly chanting?
Yeah.
She's already been questioning folks.
Remember? No.
Okay, everyone's accepting that Scooby-Doo can talk, but how the f*** did he learn to read? The CGI here wasn't bad in 2002, but by relying
Yeah,
this much on
2002,
it,
it wasn't bad,
guaranteeing that it's going to
honestly.
look dated in a few years. And straight up, it's
Like what you said. It's just,
lazy nutshot jokes.
just back in the
They're
day,
not
that was
for humans
awesome.
anymore. What exactly
nowadays,
is the theme for
it's-
Spooky Island? I'm not sure I understand how a rabbit is spooky or has anything to do with an island.
Shaggy.
Not that I mind, but they sure did sex up these characters for this movie. Like Daphne's dress is cut so low, I can see her whole xiphoid process.
Here you go. There's plenty more where that came from.
But is there? That purse looks like it could fit 2 or 3 Scooby snacks in at max. Also, why does Daphne even have Scooby snacks? As far as she knew, she was coming to this island
That's
alone.
true.
Don't they want to keep people out of the spooky castle? If it's this easy to get in here, there should be at least 17 of those horned-up college students up here.
I was always picked last for the teens.
Jeez, I must have forgotten how much teeny melodramatic hyperbole there was in the original Scooby-Doo series.
It's like a medieval sizzler.
Pretty sure at this point the Sizzler is like a medieval sizzler.
I'm a man of substance. Dorky chicks like you turn me on too.
That's racist.
That's racist.
Oh, that's
That's racist.
Dinner show.
Are you telling me that this whole f***ing house of horrors is controlled with one switch? And if it is, why is everything coming on at different times? How would they know where each character was? Why isn't anyone from the party noticing that big f***ing castle at the top of the hill is suddenly extremely well lit?
I know, right?
Whoa, is this actually part of the ride? Why would they even have the sausages do this? And how would they do it? Not on any kind of track when they pull Scooby and Shaggy back. So Montevarius just created flying sausages? Man, the insurance premiums for this place...
Yeah, this place is ridiculously
Could've been at least a
dangerous.
couple decades.
Especially when you're watching them.
You got a better plan, Fred?
Yeah, just run through those sharp things when they're slowly swinging out of the way, which should be, like, really easy to do. Daphne comes inches away from death, even though she could have just dropped off the ride at any point before now.
Are you alright?
Wait, but what about the little person that was standing right there?
I know, right?
Through the glass. He didn't even notice that asshole? And if so, isn't that also racist? God, Fred sucks. Luckily for the gang and our exposition, Fred hits a random button on this box, and it immediately starts playing the training video from the very beginning.
I'm up to stizzle on all popular trends.
Word. Movie predicts the Brent Rambo thumbs up gift.
Wherever there's a brainwashing cult, there's always a power-hungry leader behind it all. The Papa Smurf figure.
So the Smurfs are still a cartoon in a world where Mystery Inc. is a real thing? What about Monchichi?
Oh.
Are you challenging me?
Yes, he is. And a movie that's 79 minutes long.
Oh,
and
God, this part.
Character Scrappy-Doo will now spend over a full minute to indulge in a burp fart contest.
We're here to solve a mystery.
Yeah, how about the mystery of why all that turned on and tried to kill you a few minutes ago? Anyone interested about why that happened?
I got a plan. Ooh.
Oh, the classic.
Yes, I realize this is based on a cartoon that used to play loose with physics and hallway doors, but the movie has set up a fairly realistic universe. Therefore, I thus decree that this medieval switcheroo in this castle is balderdash, called swallow and
Tommy Rod.
Tommy Rod.
Oh no.
The bad guys literally just walked away. How did they not hear Shaggy's digestive issues? Ha ha ha, yeah, we just discovered a potential death cult and we're almost abducted by seriously evil men that still control this island. And Daphne almost got impaled and Fred almost sliced his yarbles off. Let's not, say, take the artifact back to the room and study it. Let's make sure we do it in the most public place possible
I know,
so
right?
bad guys can catch Velma doing it.
I think this describes a very old race of creatures.
Geez, Velma, didn't you just meet this dude? I thought detectives were supposed to keep things pretty confidential during an investigation, especially, you know, one where lots of people could have their souls sucked out of their bodies. Also, I know Velma's smart, but she hasn't done any research at this point, so how would she know any of this? All right, movie. Despite my complaints, I was with you up to this point, since it's an interesting concept, talented performers, and a few decent jokes. But you just had to introduce the most annoying character from the series out of
Nowhere. Fuck you.
movie. Right in the ear hole. I see that Mary Jane recently slipped into something more. Come on.
Scooby, this is the most embarrassing thing you've done since you decided to clean your beans at Don Knotts' Christmas party.
This joke must have landed well for all the 7-year-old Don Knotts fans in 2002. Do these assholes do this with every group of kids that comes in? If so, the contracting expenses would be outrageous. Sure, they survived this because of the convenient-ass tarp that nobody knew about. But there were no injuries from the glass, the frame, the bounce, or the eventual
Nope.
Movie
We
physics.
do have a unit in the vicinity. Can you meet him at the pier?
This guy clearly went to the Shining School for people who futilely and lifelessly help people in trouble in remote locations using CB radio. It's credentialed and everything.
I look at you.
Without doubt, the scariest part of this theme park is Sugar Ray.
Yo, the biatch was like, what? And I was like, later on.
Impressively, Freddie managed to sneak this line into his wedding vows to Sarah Michelle.
Oh.
I put on the ruse of the beach party and the Sugar Ray and the other if this is like Invasion of the Body Snatchers and all of them are supposed to be paw people. Besides movie magic bullshit, how in the ever-loving did both Scooby and Shaggy jump through this door at an angle? Not only would it be impossible to get up enough speed in that tiny shack, there was no ramp at the door.
Like, what is right?
Shaggy and C-3PO are clearly in competition for the word.
Shaggy, we're all whipped. I'm whipped.
Even though Scooby's been speaking in almost perfect English this entire movie, we must have this blatant miscommunication for the end of the movie to come about. I mean, does it really f***ing matter? Would knowing her identity really affect the outcome here?
Thanks, Shaggy. Now let me go so I can return to my body.
And how does Velma know this will work? She's an expert on protoplasm leaving a body now, too?
Yeah, sure, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
That's seriously a bowl of actual souls. Look, the most fun parts about Scooby-Doo episodes back in the day were finding out A, who did it, and B, how they did it. And it was almost always some sort of non-supernatural technical method. Sure, they yada-yada'd some stuff, but most of it made sense. And the point was that Mr. Inc. used their brains to solve the mystery. This soul-swamping demon army bull is not just ruining this movie, it's ruining my childhood memories, damn it. Okay, I'm almost certain the only reason they decided to put a new soul into Velma's body was to somehow justify this low-cut revision to her classic sweater. Just so we could see more of her cardellini.
Daphne, okay?
Yeah, but I'm not Daphne.
Just with this mystery phantasma.
Fuck his humor.
Oh, this is my favorite joke in the movie.
I
I can look at myself naked.
And the first thing that comes to mind for Fred is to immediately sexually assault
I'm Fred again.
Fred's explaining.
They can't do the ritual without a pure human soul.
I didn't say human.
Oh, boy.
Okay, look, I love dogs, and this is kind of like an emotional scene, but also, is Scooby-Doo necessarily pure of soul? Like, he's a good dog and all, but he definitely smokes all that intelligent and occasionally an asshole, like when he tried to fight Shaggy a few minutes ago. I'm not saying he's definitely not worthy. I'm just wondering if he was the best horse or dog to bet the entire Dark Apocalypse on.
So I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna eat myself a Scooby snack, and I'm gonna save my best pal.
Is that what you always do, though, Shags? Seems to me it's more like I'm going to try and save Scooby, get up, but within the up we'll miraculously save ourselves.
That's how it usually works.
Yeah.
For that, trying to make me feel like part of the gang.
Dude, everyone in this gang has their own thing. Scooby and Shaggy are the stoners, Daphne's the good-looking but trying too hard one, Fred is the conceited leader that's not too bright, and you're the smart one. Given your one, well, in this movie, 3 character traits, how did you not figure this out?
I know, right?
Yeah,
Get
definitely.
cheeky with it.
Holy sh**, I think I sighed so loud that I broke my cycle.
Side-by process.
Where did everyone on the island go? Like, isn't everyone else a demon now? But they're not hanging out at the most populous place on the beach in the hopes they'll run into a few people who could stop their plan for dominance? Jesus f***ing Christ. They had time to set up an entire pulley system?
We're here to save you.
Couldn't Shaggy have already done this when he was releasing Fred, Velma, and Daphne's heads? They could have just released everyone else's, and all of the monsters would have been vanquished by sunlight, and everyone would have been saved.
Would you like another Scooby snack?
I get that they're trying to butter Scooby up for this sacrifice, but aren't all the minions supposed to be soulless assholes with limited vocabulary? This movie is unnecessarily complicated.
I'm really sorry I haven't been a very good friend since we got here. But listen to me, bro. You gotta trust me now.
This speech must be so convincing that it emboldened all the other people carrying the shrine to ignore it, most of whom are less than 6 inches away and well within earshot.
Yeah.
Holy that asshole just stole Scooby-Doo's soul.
Look at all that!
Demon Rightus, I shall absorb the energy source.
Man, this ending sure does feel Suicide Squad-y, doesn't it? All it needs is a fire god, and for Will Smith to say something extremely sexist.
What, Phelps? A man in a mask.
Fred sees a small cut, then immediately decides to tear this motherfucker's entire face off. Jesus, this movie is dark.
Happy power!
Sure, if there was something in this movie that we didn't get enough of, it was the ability of Scrappy-Doo to be
super annoying.
I have a strong feeling that if you mix this movie a certain way, it could end up as
Legit for
The
him.
Matrix is a good movie, but seriously, The Matrix for ruining the majority of fight scenes for the next 10 plus years. Wow, this is the biggest character switch Isla Fisher will play until she tells Vince Vaughn that she's actually not a virgin in Wedding Crashers.
Captured again, señorita.
So this whole Daphne getting captured is just worldwide knowledge? Are the Mystery Inc. antics covered on Telemundo? So the plan just accidentally? Like, they set up a good trap to make this happen, but everything went wrong, from the pulley system being broke to Daphne pretty much getting lost and her ass kicked above ground. But hey, kid's a movie from 2002, who really gives a shit, right? Yeah! Now that my soul isn't stolen in this literal hellhole, I'm gonna party the out of a party tonight. Spring break! This is how we got Sarah Michelle Prince 3. Also, there was zero romantic tension built up between these two for the entire film, but movie's got a movie, I guess.
I love you, Raggy.
I love you too, Scoob.
Okay, just for the sake of nostalgia and the level of fun Matthew Lillard puts into these Shaggy performances, I'll take us in on. But seriously,
Fuck this movie.
Through the combined intuitive powers of Mystery Inc., we've discovered that the real villain behind this mystery is in fact Scrappy Cornelius Dew.
But also the ability to remove souls, right? Like, isn't that the main
fucking
issue? That there's an ability to separate the soul from its human host? F***ing lead with that!
There's nobody I'd rather gorge myself with.
Shit, it was ran by God.
Oh, terrific.
Fuck.
Not only do we get a post-credit sequence in this stupid-ass movie, it's an exact replica of that restaurant scene from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
We're not gonna do it.
You can put it anywhere.
What?
I'm gonna get to work translating these inscriptions that Daphne found. I'll go research cults on the net.
With that girl from the bus.
Let's get
Dangerous.
Darkwing Duck.
Dangerous.
Baywatch.
I'm so ready to take it to the next level, too. Do you want to watch me with a girl? What about those Brazilian twins we met at the bar?
I liked her in fucking Wedding Crasher.
Advart.
Maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh. Whatever the case,
Wherever there is injustice, you will find us.
Three Amigos.
You will find us.
Yeah, then it's exactly what I said. Like, Matthew Lillard is the main core cast are good. They're good at what their roles are, especially Matthew
It
Lillard,
was just a story.
who did a great job as Shaggy. But like, the story was bad. It was just horrible.
Mind you, this is a story done by James Gunn.
Who's now best known for his work on Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
So, hey, everybody has their bad days.
Everybody has their weak moments.
Yeah, and if you want to check out the director's next big movie, check out Show Dogs! No, I'm kidding. Don't check out Show Dogs. Don't.
No.
Don't. But, yeah.
No.
The good acting overall, but it was just like bad story they had to work with.
It was a story that was just bad. I mean, you could have done a good job, still tell like a good story, kid story, but still, it was just bad.
Yeah, overall, I love his reaction to Scrappy-Doo. This movie was already annoying enough as it is, but then you have to add the most annoying character from the entire series into it. Honestly, I
nailed everything exactly.
I said the performance is good. Like Matthew Lillard went on to continue after sadly Casey Kasem passed away.
Yeah.
Like Matthew Lillard donned the animated voice of Scooby-Doo.
He continued it.
And they even made a joke in Looney Tunes Back in Action where like the real Scooby and Shaggy are pissed at him that he didn't do a good job representing them in the live action movie. But like he went on to be the voice for the animated all the future animated runs of the show.
Yeah, he did.
Post Casey Kasem's passing, but like, yeah, it's not a good movie.
No, it's not. And like they said, during that time the effects were awesome, but there's like a few years later you look back and you're like, God damn, the effects are just bad. You know, that's what it was pretty much.
Yeah,
you
like,
know, for us it was like, wow, that was awesome.
like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Frank Fisher are still together. Linda Cardellini is doing good. She was in both Daddy's Home movies. Matthew Lillard, like I said, does the animated voice overall for Shaggy. I think he's been trying to do more live action stuff recently. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But and Rowan Atkinson, well, check out our reaction to Johnny English Strikes Back.
Yeah.
So yeah, for most part, we agree with what they said, and especially the additional sins this movie has with the normal movie tropes like breaking through glass, and like surviving, not getting cut up whatsoever.
Oh yeah, of course.
And dude, Isla Fisher is one of my favorites. It's like
she's still one of my favorites.
Definitely, and it sucks she was in a movie like this, and I forgot how crazy her character from Woody Crashers was.
Oh yeah, it was. She was very crazy.
Yeah. So, like, overall, I agree with what they said.
Yeah, I agree with everything that they had mentioned and things like that. But a lot of basic stuff that you probably, if you look back on, that was bothersome. So
yeah. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk some more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like it's just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about cinema sins, hit that subscribe button down below. No, wait. Yeah, hit that subscribe button down below. And hit that bell icon as well.
Again, just let us know what you guys thought of this Cinema Sins. You can check out their channel down below in the description if you haven't seen or even heard of them. Golly, where have you been? They do a lot of others than just this one. They do a bunch of other movies. But let us know what you guys thought of of their Cinema Sins. If you think they missed anything, or if they pretty much should have added some more sins or took away certain sins. But let us know what you guys thought of the Cinema Sins. We want to hear your guys' thoughts and theories and stuff like that. But put down what you thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very Scooby-Doo filled episode of SRB.
Scooby-Doo! See ya!
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can check us out on Twitter,
as well as Stardust,
@SuperReactBros.